channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and it is the weekly haul again. So if you are new here, my channel is a haul every Saturday. I do a live every Sunday, and then occasionally I get bits up in between. It's been a while since there's been any in-betweeny bits, but hopefully that will pick up at some point in the future. I'm always in hope that it will change. I am somebody that talks a lot. I like to get it out here early because it does bother some people. If it's going to bother you that I'm going to over-explain and I'm going to talk about this, that and the other, then this isn't going to be the channel for you. You know, putting it down in the comments, I'm aware. And I'm okay with it. So I just want to get it out there. I do have fibro and I'm going through some other things at the moment. So sometimes that affects, you know, the words that come out of your mouth, or maybe something you over explain because, you know, I'm here with real life. What you're seeing, you don't see what I'm feeling. So sometimes those things come across, sometimes they don't. So if I'm explaining something and you're not quite getting it, that will probably be it. Because yeah, it happens. Okay, so I'm trying not to go off of the haul too much. This is where I struggle. So there is a subscribe button down below. If you want to subscribe, if you decide you watch this video and you like it, you like me, that would be awesome. You don't have to like me, just like the haul would be great. There is a like button. There is a notification bell. If you do subscribe and you click the notification bell, you will be notified of any other videos that I put up in between. Like I said, it's not happening too much, but hopefully it will pick up at some point. What else is there? Comment section. Go wild in the comment section. I don't respond back that much. Sometimes the negative comments can affect the old mental health, which isn't doing so great at the moment. You know, social media, and there's some people that are quite rude. But if there's some questions or anything, go wild in the comment section. Okay, so let's get on with the actual haul. So I spent 41.70 something. Normally I would have exact numbers for you. This week I don't, because I don't know what was happening. I think I was checking something on my phone because it said it was declined or something, but it wasn't. It was just the Wi-Fi thingy, and if you tap it, sometimes in my Asda the Wi-Fi goes quite bad and it doesn't connect. And anyway, again, long story, I didn't get a receipt, so I'm not going to be able to give you exact prices on anything that I don't know, but I will say, if I'm not sure, I'll give you what I think it is. But there are some that I will know, she says confidently, I will know some of the exact prices. So I don't have a receipt to be working with. We spent 41 something, which I'm quite pleased with, because I feel like I may be doing like maybe a mini top up haul, or I might be just picking a few bits and bobs up during the week. So having that extra money helps. When I say I work on a budget, that is purely my budget. Like, I don't have, okay, this is my weekly haul and I'll be topping up bits in between, which could go above and beyond. The £60 that I work with, did I already tell you £60? I'm not sure I have. The £60 I work with through the week is literally it. I don't usually top up bits in between. It's usually just I stick to the haul, and then occasionally, you know, you might run out of milk or something and then I have to. But so I work with a £60 budget. We're on 41. I'm not even sure if I've said this already. If I have, I apologise. It happens. So we're working without the receipt. I did add it up. I just did a rough idea of what I thought it was, and it came to about the right price. So there's no point in me saying the whole bit I would normally say is if you add it up, you'll get a different price. So just so you do know, though, I do donate 3 items to the food bank anyway. So if you did add up my rough ideas, you might get a little bit different, because there is 3 sanitary products in the food bank already. The food shop was fine. I have seen some things coming up on my phone. I don't tend to watch a lot of stuff that's going on in the world because it's very depressing, but on Google, if I Google everything. Are you a Googler? I Google everything, like anything. I Google stuff all the time, and they do have little stories come up, and I'll just read the headline. And there was a whole headline about food stocks being low. There was a picture of like empty food shelves, and that's not going on in my Asda. I don't know if it's anyone else's, and I mean, like, excessive. It was showing completely bare shelves. So I think there may be a whole scaremongering thing going on again. I don't know what it was about, because I didn't click on the link, because it usually is a scaremongering non-story. So yeah, let me know if it is true, if it is happening in your store. I'm intrigued. Like I've said for the past few weeks, sometimes I'll go in and there'll be maybe a few empty shelves of a specific product, but then the next week I'll go in and it's not there. So this week there was no empty shelves of anything. Everything was there. I had very minimal list for myself, and my son sent me just a few little random bits. So I walked around the store twice, not the entire store, but I always do, you know, the entire store. Then I went back and forth for a few bits and bobs. I was trying to figure out meal ideas, didn't really come up with anything. I find that when Scott's here, it motivates me to maybe try and think of proper meal ideas a little bit more. I've only recently realised that, but now I'm back on to just can't be bothered with it all again. So we are just working with what we've got. Doesn't seem like a lot for the money, really. I mean, that seems quite minimal. I did shop a couple of days ago. This is Saturday. I'm really struggling to get any motivation to do anything, and my battery's going dead. Of course, why wouldn't it be? So anyway, let's get on with the haul. This feels so strange not having my receipt ready to go. I don't like it. Out my comfort zone. Okay, so I've got some oranges. Anyway, I am on some new tablets. I will explain if it's something that comes up relevance, usually on a Sunday when we do our live anyway. And I have noticed that I'm very hungry before I get home, which is really unusual, and then I'm eating too much because I'm over hungry. So I'm gonna start cutting up some oranges and taking them to work. Hopefully that will help. These were £1.29. Again, I did want the larger ones, and even just saying this haul, this is when it reminds me of things. I should check out the market stall thingy that's outside the store I work in. They might have larger ones. I want them really huge, big, juicy ones. These are okay. They're okay, but they're not great. £1.29 for those. I got some mushrooms again. Not really sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Not this time. I'm not sure. 80p for these ones. They looked fine, so I just went with them. Cucumber, always get the cucumber. You know, it is a couple of days and I haven't had any. I need to get on with prepping all this stuff. 89p for this one. So when I say prep it, it'll be put in white wine vinegar and garlic salt. It's so good. If you've not tried it, I would highly recommend it. Absolutely love it. I did mention last week that Corey, I didn't realise Corey wasn't eating the bacon that I buy. It's because he wants the streaky bacon. This is the one he likes. This is, I think, $3.28. I think, and remember, there's a lot of things in Asda at the moment that have got very strange prices. When I say that, normally we have very rounded up numbers in England. You know, it'll be like the 10p or with a 5p in it, but that's about it. But there's lots of 7s, 8s, 4s going on. Like, it's very strange. So yeah, £3.28 I think this one was. So now Corey will start eating bacon again. But I did get the one that I like. My one, it's not mine or his. It's just that's who I buy them for at the time. That's why I put it that way. This one's £3.50. It is more expensive. I think you probably get, like, I not even looked at the weight. Does it even have a weight on here? Yeah, 500 grams, £3.50. This is 200 grams. Oh, for only a few pennies less. That's disgusting. So yeah, I like this one anyway. I crisp it up so it's crunchy in the active fry. Absolutely love it. Good bacon sarnie after work, can't go wrong. I fancied yogurt again. I do a lot of standing around in the store for a very long time. And I stood for too long, and then I just come up with this one. This is the one I went for, no particular reason. £1.40 I think for 4 of these. They had 2 other flavours as well. I think there was a coconut and a lemon, I think. The strawberry spoke to me a little bit more. Only reason I picked this one up. I got the white wine vinegar. As you know, last week I picked up the wrong one, so it's still Aspel, but I have to remember Blue Label. The white wine vinegar is obviously for the cucumber. I did miss it. It was completely out and I didn't even know. But we're good. We got some. I got a instant coffee. I'm actually out again. I think I was supposed to pick up one every couple of weeks, or one every week or whatever, and I forgot to do it. So I've got to have to remember, start picking this up more often. It seems to be just going down that little bit quicker. So maybe I should weigh it. Ooh, I had a thought. Let's weigh it maybe. They did change it from the glass to the plastic, and this literally should be the only difference. But I'm going through it quicker, and this is only £1. And as I mentioned before, I'm not like a coffee connoisseur or anything, you know. I don't go to like Starbucks or anything. This one just does it for me. It's a really good coffee, and it's not a bitter one either. I got 2 of my favourite. These are my posh treat coffees. This would be, the girls at work will have their Costas and their Starbucks, and this is what I will have. This is a 10-pack for 90p. It is the salted caramel one, and it's just really nice. It gets me through my shift. Literally never known anybody to nurse a coffee for so long. A coffee for me can last about 4 hours, so yeah, it just does me really, really good. I picked up 2 sauces this week. I finished my brown sauces. I do say my brown sauce because I think I'm actually the only person who eats it. And I don't have it that often normally. I can't remember the exact price. £1-ish, maybe £1. It could be £1, my brown sauce. Yeah, I was completely out, so I had to pick up another one. So I've got, again, this is another thing. I've got to try and remember to pick up another one next week, possibly. Try and remember, Louise, for the backup. I like to have backups, and I'm really getting low. I'm not having my backup so much, and I need to pick it up a little bit. Corey had mentioned that he kept forgetting to ask for barbecue sauce, and he's out. I will stock up when I do an Aldi shop, which I haven't thought of doing yet, but maybe I should do one of those soon. I think this was more expensive, 110 or 120. I'm not 100% sure, but now he has some sauce. Now this one I do remember for 2 reasons. Well, two reasons. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, my brain. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, so I was just I wanted to get some chocolate bars, some just little chocolate bars. I say little because they're the only ones you can get anymore. Do you remember back in the day when a normal sized bar of chocolate isn't a thing anymore, is it? So this actually does say it's a snack size. So I was looking at numbers, and that's why it's stuck in my head. So I thought that the 4-pack was the same as the 8-pack. It's not. The 4-pack apparently is the full size, which see, this says this Mars bar is 33.8 grams. I think it was only like 36, maybe 39 grams for a full size bar. But you couldn't, like, when you look at them, you can't tell the difference. But the full size was £1.67, again a weird number. But the 8-pack was £1.80, and I thought that was actually really good for the brand. Now normally I would have got like the Asda's own Mars bars, because they are just as good. Like, they're just as good in Aldi, in Asda. They didn't, only 2 I've tried. I don't think I've tried them from any other store. Just because I've never wanted to buy them when I've been in other stores, no other reason. And they are just as good as a brand. But my Asda, for some reason, are only getting the Twix in their own make. They're about £1.65, so there's not a lot in it. And I think you only get 5 anyway. So I thought that was really, really good price. That's why it's stuck in my head, I think. But £1.80 for those. I got some noodles. I mentioned last week that we'd picked up, I was just using stuff out the freezer, and I'd used an edamame salad, stir fry, and we'd used some egg noodles. So it's not something I buy that often, but we'd finished them. I can't remember if I've bought the Asda brand before, but normally I would have the brand, which I can't remember the name at the moment. I remember it's a black and pink packet, that's all I can remember. Price wise, there's not a massive amount of a difference, maybe 10-15p. This is £1.15. So I like the fact that they already portioned. It just makes life so much easier. You know how much one portion is and how many calories, and you can decide what you want to do with it from that. Love that, absolutely. If all companies did that, my life would be so much easier. I do like to calorie count occasionally, just having an idea of what portion sizes are and things. I don't calorie count as that's how I eat, but I like to know roughly what's going on. So absolutely love that. I did want to get another stir fry kit, but I couldn't find any in the reduced section, and they are reduced so often. They're about £1.50 for a full size, like for the full price, whereas you can usually get them for about 50p. So there's just no way I'm paying full price. I'll wait it out. At some point they'll get them in reduced, and I'll just buy a few packets. Now I know that I like them so much. Honestly, just one of the stir fry kits, one of these, and then one of the little flavour sauces. It was absolutely amazing. This is something Corey asked for last week, but I was confused, so I didn't buy them last week. These are expensive. They're actually £2.95 for 4. That's a lot of money, but that's what he wants, and I don't mind paying it as long as he eats them. I have to remind him because he's not a bread person, and he forgets. He doesn't go in the bread cupboard, so I've got to remember to remind him. This is like a soft baguette, and it is. It feels very nice. Can't tell you if it's going to be very nice or not, because we've never tried this one before. So hopefully, Corey's got all these ideas about what sort of meals he wants to make out of this. So I will let you know next week if I remember, and if I don't put it in the comment section, hopefully that'll remind me. There would have been 2 of these. Corey's obviously drunk them. Like I said, I'm hauling way after. He wanted the cherry coke this time. It's actually the same price as the normal one. It's still £2.49. There would be 2 of these normally. Now, I only bought 4 of the energy drinks, because I've noticed there's a stock going on in the hallway now. That's where I store them, and normally he would just take 2 and go to work, but he hasn't been. So I thought there's no point in me keep getting the same amount every week, because we're going to be overflowing with them. So I don't know what's going on. I've not had the conversation, so I just thought I'll pick 4 up and we'll see what goes on with that. 42p each for the summer fruits ones. That's Corey's favourite flavour. That would be his choice of flavour of those. As I said, it's been days, and you know I'm a bread person. 75p for this loaf. I just got it. That's it. Again, these are the favourite chips. They are 1.5 kilogram, £2.45. These ones are like very thick, fluffy in the middle, crispy on the outside, but very filling. You really can't eat many of these. Well, some people might be able to, but I found them very, very filling. You can only have a few at a time because they're so stodgy, but they're really, really good. My absolute favourite pepperoni pizza. Corey asked for pizza, so I just picked it up. I was hoping he wouldn't eat it, but he did, because I should have just picked up 2. Just didn't really, like I said, my brain doesn't engage all the time. And they had the crisps. Now, like last week, I forgot to mention that they weren't there. I had the crisps. Normally, this is something that's always here. I buy one every week, whether we need them or not. This is £3.60 for 24 bags. There's 6 prawn cocktails, 6 cheese and onion, 6 salt and vinegar, 6 ready salted. Didn't buy any last week because there was none of this flavour packet on the shelf. There is the meaty ones, but Corey and I are not fans of that one, so I didn't pick any up. And this week, when I went in, that was literally the last one on the shelf again. They have it was a full shelf for each flavour before, but now they've got 1 shelf for both flavours. I don't think they put so many out, and honestly, because I shop straight from work, I can't be bothered to ask anybody to get any. So yeah, I was just excited that they actually did have them. And I did pick up these non-woven graze plasters just because needed them. This is a 5-pack for 95p. When I say I did, was thinking about this the other day. I think people maybe, I was thinking this earlier. I think people maybe think that when I say this is a budget haul and this is just my food, the budget doesn't just cover food. My £60 each week will cover any food products we need, any toiletries or cleaning products or medications. It covers all of that. We have £60 a week for everything. So occasionally you'll see the odd bits on the end, toiletries and things I tend to pick up when they're on a good deal. And honestly, we don't use a lot of the products, like we don't use them that often. I'm not one of those clean freaks that feels like that you need to bleach everything inside down all the time. Human beings do need to be in contact with certain germs. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dirty, it's not a filthy house or anything along those lines, but I'm just not a huge fan of a lot of products. I tend to use more washing up liquid with most things. Then every now and again things will get a bleach down and stuff like that. I have watched a few cleaning shows and it's like they have like 20 products on one work surface and it's just, oh no, I'm not that person. So I don't really need to spend so much. When I do get them on a deal, I'll pick up a few products and they last me a long time. So yeah, that's why I don't know why, I always put it on the end. These sort of products go on the end for some reason. And I just realised, just thinking about it and looking at the empty space, should have got a toilet roll, but I didn't. So yeah, that was my haul. I told you I talk a lot. I hope you enjoyed the few prices in there. Like I said, I'm possibly going to pick up some things. I've started watching some TikToks and I found a very lovely lady who's doing some sourdough bread and things like that, and I've been watching and I'm sort of getting an idea of how to possibly do this, because I've always freaked out about making bread, sourdough particularly, because it is a long process. But I'm possibly thinking about maybe in the future we'll have a video, but it will be in the future because making your starter takes time, and I don't want to do like a video of me doing one part of it and then another video of another. It would be a very short video. So possibly we'll have one of them in the future. I'm quite excited. I like to, when I mention it on my videos, that means I am more committed. If I don't mention it, there's no commitment. So I'm more committed. I've just got to get past, I know this is the haul, but this is the time we do a little bit of a catch up, I guess. I'm just starting some new tablets which are making me feel a little bit spaced out at the moment, so I'm just going to get past that and then hopefully we can get on with, I want to do the sourdough. I feel like that would be a good thing for us to do. Right, shut up Louise, this is the haul. So I will be live tomorrow morning. 7 AM Greenwich Mean Time. If you want to pop along and have a chat, that would be awesome. It's always a lovely chat, even though my mental health has been very low recently. Just having a chat, just getting out there, having a chat with people. You always cheer me up, and hopefully I help you through things too. It's just a really lovely chat. Like, we will guarantee we will talk about food a lot. It was an awful lot last week, but it's good, it's fun. It's just a little bit of light-hearted. Don't have to get deep. Sometimes it can. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it can. It doesn't have to get deep. We can just have a light-hearted chat. You can nip in, you can nip off. You don't, whatever. If you just fancy just connecting with some other human beings, please join us. It would be lovely to see you there. We have a very lovely, it feels like a family now, because we're all getting to know each other, and it's lovely. So yeah, I'm shutting up, let me shut up. I'm sending out good vibes as I always do. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.